Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON Guru official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 8th chapter, text 46 onwards. So after hearing this mridha Lila, Parikshit Maharaj was so astonished. So he says in verse 46, Sri Rajovaja, Nanda kim akarad brahman sra evam mahodayam Yashoda cha mahabhaga papujasya stanang hari. So, having heard of the great fortune of Mother Yashoda, Parikshit Maharaj inquired from Sukadeva Goswami, O learned Brahman, Mother Yashoda's breast milk was sucked by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What past auspicious activities did she and Nanda Maharaj perform to achieve such position in ecstatic love? In the purport, Prabhupada Maharaj says, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 7:16, Chaturvida bhajanti mang jana sukriti arjuna. Without sukriti or pious activities, no one can come to the shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord is approached by four kinds of pious men, Artha, Jigyansu, Artharthi, Jnani cha. But here we see that Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda surpassed all of them. Therefore, Parikshit Maharaj naturally inquired what kind of pious activities did they perform in their past lives by which they achieved such a stage of perfection. Of course, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda are accepted as the father and mother of Krishna. If Mother Yashoda was more fortunate than Nanda Maharaj, Krishna's father, because Nanda Maharaj was sometimes separated from Krishna, whereas Yashoda, Krishna's mother, was not separated from Krishna at any moment. From Krishna's babyhood to his childhood, and from his childhood to his youth, Mother Yashoda was always in association with Krishna. Even when Krishna was grown up, he would go to Vrindavan and sit on the lap of Mother Yashoda. Therefore, there is no comparison to the fortune of Mother Yashoda, and Parikshit Maharaj naturally inquired Yashoda cha Mahabhaga. And Sripad Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in Sarata Darshan Tika says, seeing how Yashoda's love didn't diminish in the least, even after hearing about and seeing the Lord's powers and understanding that Yashoda and Nanda's love far surpassed that the karmis and even the normal devotees, Parikshit became greatly astonished and inquired from Sukadeva Goswami. King Parikshit asked, what pious activities Nanda must have performed to get such great results? And Parikshit refers to Yashoda as Mahabhaga because her pious activities were even more than Nanda Maharaj. So, Sripad Sanatana Goswami in Brihad Vaishnava Darshan says, Yashoda's great affection for the Supreme Lord has been described. Having heard of her personal affection, parental affection for the Lord and astonished by her great fortune, Parikshit inquires about Nanda's and Yashoda's good fortune. O form of all the Vedas, or directly in the form of the Supreme Brahman, you know everything about this. What type of pious acts which caused such complete affection did Nanda perform? What did Yashoda, even more fortunate, do since the Lord drank her breast milk? Ba in some indicates all that was said in chapter 6, 7 and 8. Or it refers to his pastime of crawling, or it refers to the covering of her knowledge on seeing the universal form and her increase of affection. Yashoda is distinguished from Devaki, and though he drank from Devaki's breast also. Pitva mitrang bayas tasya, that is, Devaki later sons drank from her breast, which became wet with milk and just by their touch, which Krishna had also drunk previously, stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto 85th chapter, text 55. When Lord Krishna brought those sons, 6 sons which were killed by Kansa from Bali Maharaj. Thus Krishna had drunk the milk of Devaki and other cowherd women also. Krishna, who attracted the mind with special affection, during his infant period drank from Jasoda's breast. So in this way we see 46 to 47 Parikshit Maharaj inquiries about Nanda's and Jasoda's exalted position. So in 46 it is said that Pitaro Nanu Bindetam Krishno Dara Bhakatestitam Gayanti Adhyapi Kavayo Jalloka Samalapaham. That means, although Krishna was so pleased with Yasoda, Vasudeva and Devaki that he descended as their son, they couldn't enjoy Krishna's magnanimous childhood pastimes, which are so great that simply chanting about them vanquishes the contamination of the material world. Nanda Maharaj and Yasoda, however, enjoyed these pastimes fully, and therefore their position is always better than that of Vasudeva and Devaki. So in the purport, Sri Prabhupada Maharaj says, Krishna actually took bath from the womb of Devaki, but just after his bath, he was transferred to the home of Mother Yasoda. Devaki couldn't even have Krishna's sock or breast. Therefore, Parikshit Maharaj was astonished. How had Mother Yasoda and Nanda Maharaj become so fortunate that they enjoyed the complete childhood pastimes of Krishna, which are still glorified by saintly persons? What had they done in the past by which they were elevated to such an exalted position? Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in Sarada Dasantika says that since Krishna also drank Devaki's milk, what is the difference between her and Yasoda? This verse answers by saying that Devaki and Vasudeva, who are famous in our family, couldn't enjoy with their eyes Krishna's joyful childhood pastimes. The word Udara also indicates that Rohini, who took the role of Balaram's mother, and the gopis, who acted as Krishna's mothers during the stealing of the calves, were not excluded from seeing Krishna's joyful childhood pastimes, whereas Vasudeva and Devaki were. So, Srila Sanatana Goswami in Brihad Vaishnava Dusani says that the great affection is described, the fortune greater than that of Janaka and his wife and Vasudeva and Devaki, who performed austerities of bhakti spreading over 4 yugas, is described. These parents didn't experience Krishna's infant pastimes directly, since those pastimes were withdrawn when he went to Mathura. They didn't experience his infant actions great because they belong to the source of all avatars, Krishna, or great Udara, because they give unlimited results of bhakti, bhukti, mukti, and bhakti. What can be said about directly experiencing those pastimes? They are glorified and give the greatest results. Brahma or Vyasadeva Kavayo sing even today in Kali Yuga these pastimes. Why? They completely uproot sin of all people, otherwise the sins of Kali Yuga could not be destroyed. Those pastimes destroy the peace of mind, sama, and talking, sanglapa, of the sages, because they stimulate intense prema. What pious acts did Nanda and Yasoda perform so that they experienced his infant pastimes? So the answer will be given by Sukadeva Goswami from 48 to 52, which I will take up in the next episode. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like our channel and bell button. So that Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.